Oh! Where is a gangster?
So this American woman says that African nurses hate African American people, and then a man responds. So let's respond to that. To that response. Here we go.
She is an African nurse who says that she hates African Americans.
Straight up, I'm going to take a little bit further because, like the content creator myself, I don't like to get into the diaspora wars. But nonetheless, there are certain people that come here from different African nations that want to talk shit, right? Now, I know some cool Africans, so I ain't talking about all Africans because it ain't all Africans that do this shit. But for the ones that do, especially if you're a man in between the ages of fucking 16 and fucking 50 years old, you better sit down and shut up because you're fighting age, right? Because we as American men, we don't get to run from the fight. We don't get to flee our nation. And in fact, we don't want to. It's embedded and ingrained in us that we're going to fight to the very end. You got to kill us to take us out this bitch. Right?
You don't run away because you can't run away. Where are you going to? How are you going to support yourself? Say that part too. I'm going to get it twisted. Say that part too.
Right? So if you some man that done ran from some fucking nation over there, right, or even a woman for that matter, right, and you talking mad shit, just remember you left your countrymen and women to come over here, right, and reap the benefits and rewards of some shit that you didn't put together, but you get to fucking reap the benefits. So
I got a question for African Americans. Question. Aren't your ancestors Africans? Didn't they migrate over here and build the United States? So you're fighting against yourself? Is that what you're basically saying? What are you saying? Your great grandfathers were enslaved by the Arabians. They brought you over to the United States, sold you into slavery, and built America. Cool. But at the end of the day, they were American, right? And you just were raised in this country. That's all that means. That's all that means. And all this stuff that people say about Africans reaping the benefits and so on and so forth. I have another question for you guys. How come you guys aren't reaping the benefits of the things that your ancestors did? Why are we and other races, Asians, Mexicans, why are they coming over here and why are they prospering, but you guys are not prospering? Why is that? I'll give you an interesting stat. American women, black, have been in this country for hundreds of years. Okay. In the greatest land on this earth. Yet they are the least paid and the least educated compared to all the other women of all the other races in the United States. Why is that? Hmm? Why is it that you guys have been here for so long and yet you guys are still the underclass? Spanish people have taken over. Why is that? Why is it that African American women, 70% of the babies that are born in African American households are born outside of wedlock? Why is it that African American women that have over two children have multiple baby daddies? Why is that? Why is it that African American women are the brokest, but yet they're the loudest and they're the first ones to say they don't need a man? Why is that? And you're mad that African women come over to the United States and achieve more than African American women who have been here for centuries? Who are you really mad at? Are you mad at Africans or should you be mad at yourself? So all this stuff that African Americans built this country, this and that, blah 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 blah. That's all bullshit. We're all Africans at the end of the day. What's even more insulting is the fact that you guys had a leg up on Africans, but yet Africans come to this country uneducated, like you say, and yet they still dominate you guys. Why is that? How's it that a nigga like me could have a father, cab driver, and I could achieve greatly? Why is that? You guys had the same opportunity that I did. How come you guys didn't? Why is it that most of my friends, male, are doctors, male? You guys aren't. Why is that? I have friends who have built multi million dollar companies that have sold for nine figures. African, Nigerian, in this country. How come you guys can't do that? Why is it that I don't have one Nigerian friend who has multiple baby mamas? Not one. Why is that? Starting to see the trend here? Partner.
The correct response to us is to say thank you. Thank you, Americans. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity, right? See, because when you get to talking shit like that, and like I say, you healthy, because a lot of y'all looked healthy as fuck when y'all came over here, right? You didn't pick up the rifle. You didn't put on the boots. You didn't fight. You ran, right? And you're talking to a nation of men that are not allowed to run. This is why we run shit, fool, because we can't run. Now, your correct response.
What do you mean you can't run? You can always go to a different country. I'm in a different country. What do you mean you can't run? Well, he's kind of right. You can't run because you just can't run. You're stuck. You're not creative. You're just not.
To us, if you want to get snagged and sly and all that shit, don't be surprised if you catch a quick one to the jaw, because it's going to be well deserved. What you need to be saying is thank you and setting.
You know, African Americans, man. I love my African American brothers, right? Because I'm African American. I was born and raised here. But y'all talk a lot of shit, man. Y'all talk a lot of shit. You gonna fight a homegrown African? Really? No guns, just hand to hand combat, bruh. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. But the main point of this video is if you don't want people to disrespect you, then you have to respect yourself. If you want people to respect you, your name must mean something. Do you get it? What has black people created that has endured over the centuries that we all use today? Not much, unfortunately. Every demographic, you're at the bottom. Yeah, you're still complaining. You're still pointing fingers at other people. Asian people come over there and they just take over the black community. They just rip money from black communities, and you guys say nothing. You still eat their chicken. You still eat their French fries. You still do it. They put liquor stores in your community. You still drink it. Look at the music you guys produce. Look at how it influences your generation. Look at your women. Look at how radical they've become, how loose they've become. Just look at it. Now you compare African Americans to Asians. I mean, you could just come on. There's no comparison. There's just no comparison when it comes to accomplishment, hard work, chase, respect around the world. What are you talking about? Before you criticize people for criticizing you, look inward and say, okay, is this justified? Look at your men, look at your women, look at it. Black men killing each other all the time. Black women having babies by multiple baby daddies just so they can get child support. Black families ruined generationally. What am I talking about? This is why Africans cannot relate to African Americans. They just can't. It's just they just can't believe the opportunities that you guys squander. This is why we come over here and we just fucking take over. It is what it is. We just fucking take over. Especially I can only speak for Nigerians. We just fucking come over here and we take over. It's like fuck. What the fuck? It's just too fucking easy. Anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If this was informational and educational, informative and educational, we talk about divorce matters. Why? Because divorce actually matters. Talk to you guys soon.